This is homework help for Module 2, Lesson 4. It can be found on page 55 in your book. You will have to show work on these. I will not be accepting it if there's no work. A food company. This is number 1, by the way. A food company uses large coolers to store fresh fish, food. The temperatures in the coolers are measured in degrees Celsius, -2.5, -0.6, and -2.8. 1.42 and 0.08. Drag the temperatures into the correct order from coldest to warmest. So coldest, we know we have, all of our decimals are up here. We're going to have -2.8, -4.5, because the 8 is farther away than the 4. And then we're going to move these two around, and we got it. Let's look at our hint to make sure we're good. Cold temperatures are represented by lesser numbers than warm temperatures, and the farther to the right a number is located on the number line, the greater the number is. I think we have that. Let's hit check. Perfect. Our next one we're going to look at is all the way down on problem 5. Okay. Drag the numbers into the correct order from least to greatest. So I know all my negative numbers are going to be up here, and my positive numbers are going to be down here. Okay, first thing we're going to look at is our negative numbers. A half, that would be 0.5. A half is going to be farther away from 0 than 0.22 because 0.5 will put us farther back than 0.22. Now let's look at our positive numbers. And if we look, this does not have a whole number. It's a 0. This has a whole number. So 0.8 is smaller than 8.4. Let's look at our fraction. We haven't had a fraction to look at yet like this. 4 over 3. That is an improper fraction. So we need to figure out what whole number goes in front of 4 over 3. So let me put this out over here. And let's look at it over on the work side. So I have 4 over 3. Some of you can do this in your head, but if you can't, 3 goes into 4 once. So the whole number in front of 4/3 is 1. So 1 is smaller than 8, but bigger than 0. Just like that. And we're also going to be looking at number 7. Okay, on this one said least to greatest, we're going greatest to least. So I know my positive numbers are going to come up here. And my negative numbers will be down here. They all have a whole number of 2 in front. So now we have to figure out what we're going to do here. I'm going to change this one right here, 2.19, into a fraction. So my whole number is 2. I'm going to write 19 on top. 9 is in the place value of hundredths, so 19 over 100. Then I'm going to change my 2 and 17 over 50 to have the same denominator. I can make 50 into 100 by multiplying by 2. So 50 times 2 is 100, and 17 times 2 is 34. So this is actually bigger than the 2 and 19 over 100 because it's 2 and 34 over 100. So I have these in the correct order then, because 2 and 17 over 50, which we changed into 2 and 34 over 100, is bigger than 2 and 19 over 100. Now let's look at these guys right here. We need to figure out which one works the best. I'm going to stick with my fraction there, so I have 2 and 8 over 25. And I'm going to change my -2.05 into a fraction. The 5 goes on top, and the 5 is in the hundredth spot. I'm going to make my 25 be 100 by multiplying by 4. Keep my negative whole number. 8 times 4 is 32. 25 times 4 is 100. So this top one, my negative 2 and 32 over 100, which is negative 2 and 8/25, that's actually farther away from 0 than negative 2 and 5 over 100. So it's in the correct order. I know these problems take a lot longer time. That's why I'm not having you do as many. And that's it for this